you. You all welcome in the in-house training program in the campus of GS Public School. And today's our resource person, our Pratima Madam, who is a principal of this school, and the topic she will deliver today, and we will listen lots of important things about the competency-based education. By the help of competency-based education, we can prepare our students for their competency and the future, whatever the competitions they will face in their life. So, the competency-based education CBSE approach allows students to advance based on the ability to master a skill or competency at their own pace. Regardless of environment, this method is tailored to meet different learning abilities and can lead to more efficient student outcomes. Competency-based learning is an approach to education that focuses on the students' demonstrations on desired learning outcomes as central to the learning process. So today I would like to welcome our resource person, our Pratima Madam. She will tell about and elaborate all these things relevant about this topic, so we can learn lots of things and we can deliver to the student for that they can achieve a good marks into the examination and be ready for the competition. So I would like to call come to the Pratima Madam. So please welcome to the Pratima Madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. First of all, good morning to all of you present here. Many thanks to the school family for inviting me as a resource person for the in-house training. Our topic today is competency-based education. First of all, we will see what is competency. What is competency? योग्यता. योग्यता क्या है? So, first slide please. Competency. You can see that. So, first slide. Competencies are the knowledge, skill, abilities, and behavior that contribute to individual and organizational performance. Knowledge is information developed or learned through experience, study, or investigation. Skill is the result of respectively applying knowledge or ability. Ability is an innate potential to perform mental and physical action or task. Behavior is the observable reaction of an individual to a created situation. The target proficiency level for each competency will vary based on an individual's position and the organization needs. Competency is the capability to apply or use the set of related knowledge, skill and abilities required to successfully perform critical work function or task in a definite work setting. There are many sets of competencies and each of them reflects the character of a particular profession or a level of personal development. The term competence was not clear at the beginning immediately in the middle of the 20th century there was a term formation, then qualification, and finally in the early 90s it was agreed to use the term competencies. The aim of the competencies was to serve as general categories of learning achievement. Nowadays, competence become a mutual language across many professions and education worldwide. The EDS competence model defines 7 competence areas. The first point is understanding and facilitating individual and group learning process. Second point is learning to learn. Third point is designing educational programs. Fourth point is cooperating successfully in teams. Fifth point is having a meaningful communication with others. Six, intellectual competence. Seven, being civically engaged. The competencies are described with criteria and indicators according to a publication. A competencies model for trainers working at international level tools to get started. The quality criteria are principles or standards that help you assess how effective and successful you are in different the level of knowledge, skill and attitudes desired. The indicators are behavior elements and behavior which demonstrate that you meet the quality criteria. They describe action and reaction expressed in terms of way of thinking and approaching a task, way of doing things, way of expressing emotion or attitude. Our next slide. Competency based education. What is competency based education? The first step for learners to articulate what their future success looks like and to set learning goals that move them in the right direction. This personal relevance helps instincts, motivation and sustain engagement. Next they reflect on their present strength and awareness in order to craft a pathway to develop the skill their goal requires. In CBE, skill-based rubrics are used to measure achievement during the journey rather than using traditional task-based rubrics to measure compliance. With an assessment in CBE, students continuously focus on skill acquisition. Each level of skill acquisition from emerging to mastery is described in student-friendly language. Self-efficacy. The belief is one's own ability to succeed is a key goal of agency organized CBE. Therefore, students frequently self-assess their skill level, which helps them take increasing responsibility for reaching their goals. Along the way, learners look for insights into their own learning process, which is called metacognition. This continuous cycle of goal setting, reflecting, self-assessment, and metacognition teaches students to learn how to learn and can be applied to any area of interest of the Aurora Institute is a global non-profit with the mission to drive the transformation of education system and accelerate the advancement of breakthrough policies and practice to ensure high quality learning for all defines CBE in their update definition of competency based education as first, students are improved daily to make improvement decisions about their learning experience, how they will create and apply knowledge and how they will demonstrate their learning. Second, assessment is a meaningful, positive and powering learning experience for students that yield timely, relevant and actionable evidence. Third, students receive timely, differentiated support based on their individual learning needs. Fourth, student progress based on evidence of mastery, not seek time. Fifth, students learn actively using different pathway and varied passing. Sixth, strategies to ensure equity for all students are embedded in the culture, structure and pedagogy school and education system. 7. Regards common expression for learning, transparent, measurable and transferable. Our next slide please. Next slide. Benefits of competency based education. First, growth shifts the conversation from compliance to growth. Second, agency leaves room for students to have greater say in how they want to demonstrate target skill. Third, benefits pace allow students to progress at their own pace without comparing themselves to peers or introducing future. Fourth, efficiency. Less time talking work leaves more time guiding students who are automatic inquiry based experience. Fifth, portability. CBE rubrics become benchmarks for skills that transfer at sitting, allowing teachers to meet students where they are and save valuable time. The benefits of competency-based education are numerous and varied for students, teachers, and communities. Many of the benefits listed below in each group may overlap or support benefit in other groups. For students, some of the benefits of CBE include the following. First point is personalized method. Second, individual pace. Third, specific needs. Fourth, meaningful assessment. Next, positive learning experience. Differentiate support, development of body skill. For teachers, some of the benefits of CBE include the following. More freedom for teachers, support, yearly intervention of students' needs, provision for more collaboration, positive assessment, flexibility in time, board used to teacher skill. For society, some of the benefits of CBE include the following. Dual enrollment and yearly college, learning within the local community, skill works prepared for employment, increased productivity, Next slide. General characteristics. English versus traditional. Competency based. The first point, cognitive, outcomes based, demonstrating development, practice, successive stage toward mastery. Each student gets the amount and kind of instruction needed. Instruction varies and learning is consent. Achievement is skewed to the right. In traditional, first point is behavior, content based, meeting clinical requirements, assumption of facts, concept, skill. All students receive some identical instruction. Instruction is constant and learning varies. Achievement is normally distributed. To evaluate means to assess the work done. For example, classwork in this sense. Educational evaluation is a process in which judgments are formulated that must be made in order for this education to take place. But in order to do this, for example, to be able to formulate current judgment, where work is needed to obtain information. Therefore, we could say that evaluation is the process of obtaining information and using it to formulate judgments that are in turn used to make decisions. Within the field of education, assessment has always been a key element in increasing the current development and evaluation of students. Over the years, this has evolved from a strictly quantitative evaluation, where the important thing was the final numerical result to a more complete and qualitative evaluation, in which the objective is not the numerical value but the global learning obtained, establishing points of departure and improvement. When we talk about traditional assessment, we refer to that in which the parameters are set by the teacher, assigning only cognitive marks without taking into account academic or professional criteria. Moreover, traditional assessment is more focused on mistake than on achievement, however small they may be. In this sense, this method of assessment tends to lead the educational process to school routine and the use of coercive measures, thus hindering the pursuit of critical and creative thinking and making learning much more burdensome for students. Competency-based assessment, on the other hand, is that with starting from a basic of learning and improvement task into account the entire performance process followed by the student in order to achieve the objective set. Competence assessment focus on self-improvement, allowing students to make mistakes and learn from them, understanding that is not a problem to make mistakes. Learning from mistake and investigating improvement. In other words, mistakes are taken into account and used as a source of learning and improvement, which is extremely important for students. In short, while traditional assessment in concern with measuring content and quantity of content according to guidelines, competency-based assessment is governed with expressing the quality of the content. Next slide. This slide. Skip, sir. Principle of competency-based education. How does it relate to clinical education? First, backward approach, aligning objective with assessment, multiple assessor, tracking student progress, demonstration of outcomes. Apart from these, there are 6 more principles in competency-based education. The first point is equity, each set before or else. Equity does not mean giving each student the same things as everyone else. Instead, it meaning giving each student what they need to reach the sum in goal. This is the main principle of competency-based education because it closely main principle of competency-based education because it is prophetic to understand and remove bias in school leadership. Students are taught and supported based on their personal strength and weakness, giving each individual the same chances for success. Thus, the practicality of achievement based on culture, social class, household income, or language is completely removed. Competency-based education also helps create an inclusive culture where all students feel safe and respected. Second point, classes emphasize measurable competencies that help build skill for life. Competencies must be defined in advance and set as learning objective for each student. What are these competencies based on? Rather than just testing for head knowledge, competencies focus on the practical understanding that a student has of the subject. These competencies can be based on first, understanding of key concepts, ability of apply knowledge to meaningful problem, mastery of relevant skill. Third point, transparency helps students take ownership. What is the end goal for each student in a particular class? The answer to this question should not only be available to teachers. The learning objectives that are set for the class should be clear to both students and parents. In a competency-based education system, students understand their three things when starting the class. What they need to learn, how mastery is defined, how they will be assessed. When each student has the end goal clear in mind, they will take more responsibility for their own education. For example, a student understands that he needs to take his understanding of math and apply it by completing the project of designing a small garden. He needs to use math skill to measure the size of the area and determine how many plants will fit. If the students clearly understand what he needs to do in order to be proficient and move forward in the class, he will take more ownership over his education. Then, when he hides a sign in the project or lacks the knowledge of finish it properly, he will realize on his own that he needs help. Fourth, students get the support they need individually. Following our example above, let's say the student has a problem with his garden project and comes to the conclusion that he needs help. This is where teacher ability come into the picture. In a competency-based education environment, students should have a framework to understand how long they should work on a problem before asking for help, and when in the class time they can approach the teacher. Curriculum Alleged math programs like Prodigy Math are used by millions of teachers for this very reason. They help support individualized instruction while making learning fun and engaging. Competency-based education works to produce equity as discussed above, so as teachers work with students through their different weaknesses and help them grow on their strength each student is. Forward towards mastery on a inky path. This personalized learning experience gives each student an equal opportunity for success. Fifth point, teachers assess for growth and mastery. Assessment come in many shapes and sizes. Here are their types of assessment that are especially useful for competency-based education. Formative assessment. These assessments help teachers to determine where each student is in the learning process and adjust their teaching as necessary. For example, teacher may ask students to submit a video easy or create a digital portfolio that can be shared online. These types of assessment allow students to demonstrate that their understanding of the subject, which is the basic for competency-based learning. Then the teacher can adjust the next lesson accordingly or plan one-on-one time with students who show less understanding of the subject. And last, students move forward then when they demonstrate mastery. By including regular assessment and database progress reporting, teacher understand where each individual student is in the learning process. When students demonstrate a clear understanding of the topic, prove their ability to apply that understanding, and show how they have developed important skill. It is time for them to move forward. So how is competency-based education organized? Let's discuss the four models of competency-based education. Next time. So our next slide please. Critical thinking. Critical thinking. What is critical thinking? Critical thinking is the analysis of available facts, evidence, observation and arguments to form a judgment. The subject is complex, several different definition exist which generally include the reaction skepticism and unbased analysis or evaluation of factual evidence. Why is critical thinking important? Why is critical thinking important? The decision that you make affect your quality of life. And if you want to ensure that you live your best, most successful and happy life, you are going to want to make conscious choice that can be done with a simple thing known as critical thinking. Here's how to improve your critical thinking skill and make decisions that you won't regret. You have surely heard of critical thinking, but you might not be initially sure what it really means, and that's because there are many definitions. For the most part, however, we think of critical thinking as the process of analyze facts in order to form a judgment. Basically, it's thinking about thinking. Critical thinking has been described as an ability to question, to acknowledge and test previously held assumption, to organize ambiguity, reflect, to make, interpret, evaluate, reason, and reflect, to make informed judgment and decision, and to clarity, articulate and justify position. Critical thinking allows us to analyze outcomes, compare ideas, identify parallels, sequence events, synthesize information, and draw conclusions from a given body of knowledge. Critical thinking. Critical thinking is skill, concept, and organize ideas, their types, distinguish them, analyze, inference, and evaluation. Everyone thinks it is our nature to do so, but much of our thinking left to itself is beset, distract, particle, uniformed or downright projected. Yet the quality of our life and that of what we produce, make or build depends precisely on the quality of our thoughts. Sorry, thinking is costly both in money and in quality of life. Excellence in thought, however, must be systematically cultivated. Critical thinking of any kind is never universal in any individual. Everyone is subject to episodes of undisciplined or irrational thoughts. Its quality is therefore typical, a matter of degree and dependent on among other thinking. The quality and depth of experience is in a given domain of thinking or with respect to a particular class of questions. No one is a critical thinker through and through, but only to such and such a degree with such and such insights, and blame sports subject to such and such tendencies towards self-declussing. For this reason, the development of critical thinking skill and disposition is a lifelong endeavor. Next slide. Competency-based curriculum. Our next slide is competency-based curriculum essential. How does instruction align with learning objectives? Objectives indicated which level of learning is appropriate. A curriculum that emphasizes the complex outcomes of a learning process rather than mainly focusing on what learners are expected to learn about in terms of traditionally defined subject content. In principle, such a curriculum is learner-centered and adaptive to the changing needs of students, teachers, and society. It implies that learning activities and environments are chosen so that learner can acquire and apply the knowledge, skill, and attitudes to situations they encounter in everyday life. Competency-based curriculum are usually designed around a set of competency or competency that can be cross-curriculum and or subject bound. Next slide, according to Nikos Kazantzakis, ideal teachers are those who use themselves as bridge over which they invite their students to cross, then having facilitated their crossing, joyful collapse, encouraging them to create bridge to their own. इनके अनुसार आदर्श शिक्षक वे होते हैं जो स्वयं को सेतु के रूप में उपयोग करते हैं। आदर्श शिक्षक वे होते हैं जो स्वयं को एक सेतु इट मीन्स पुल के रूप में उपयोग करते हैं, जिस पर वे अपने छात्रों को पार करने के लिए आमंत्रित करते हैं और उनके पार करने की सुविधा होने पर खुशी से गिरने को प्रोत्साहित करते हैं और फिर अपने जीते हुए पुलों का निर्माण करते हैं। विद्यालय की सभी योजनाओं को कार्यान्वित करने में शिक्षक की बहुत ही अहम और महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका होती है। विद्यालय में बालकों अर्थात देश के भावी नागरिकों का निर्माण होता है और ये इस निर्माण के कर्णधार होते हैं। आज शिक्षा का उद्देश्य बालकों का केवल मानसिक या किसी एक पक्ष का विकास करना ही नहीं है, बल्कि आज शिक्षा का उद्देश्य है बालकों के सभी पक्षों का विकास करके उनके व्यक्तित्व का सर्वांगीण और सामंजस्यपूर्ण विकास करना। इस उद्देश्य की पूर्णता शिक्षकों पर ही निर्भर करती है। शिक्षक ही यह शक्ति है जो प्रत्यक्ष या अप्रत्यक्ष रूप से बालकों पर अपना प्रभाव डालती है। यदि शिक्षक योग्य, अनुभवी और कर्तव्यपरायण हो तो बालक भी अवश्य उसी के अनुरूप बनेंगे। बालक के व्यक्तित्व के विकास में शिक्षक का अत्यधिक योगदान होता है। शिक्षक ही वह व्यक्ति है जो बालक के व्यक्तित्व का सर्वांगीण विकास करे, उसके अच्छे मूल्यों और आदर्शों को विकसित करते हैं, जिससे कि वे आगे चलकर देश के उत्तम नागरिक बने और देश की उन्नति का विकास में अपना योगदान दे सकें। शिक्षकों के कंधों पर बहुत बड़ा उत्तरदायित्व होता है। वास्तव में वे ही देश के भाग्य निर्माता होते हैं। नेक्स्ट स्लाइड। What are the 5 elements of the competency education definition? First, students advance upon demonstrate mastery. Second, competency include explicit, measurable, transferable learning objectives that empower students. Third, assessment is a meaningful and a positive learning experience. Next, students receive timely and definite support, and students develop and apply a broad set of skill and disposition. We have found that to help people understand competency based education, it is important to understand why the traditional system is an obstacle towards improving our education system. Here are a few of the reasons that the traditional system produce low achievement, graduate students unprepared for college, and reproduce inequalities. Next slide. Lesson plan. Lesson plan. You can see that our slide lesson plan. Before discussing the lesson plan, let us understand the word lesson. A lesson refers to a single activity or a series of activities designed by an educator to achieve a created set of objectives that encourage a positive change in the students. It is a period during which the teachers and students create and develop their time to properly identify ideas, skill and content. An effective learning process depends high on the delivery of lessons. If the lesson is delivered slowly, it may make the students distracted, whereas if delivered at a fast pace, it may leave the students confused. Thus, it is important that teachers create defined lesson plan in order to make students understand concepts or ideas in the most comprehensive manner. Lesson plan. A lesson plan is simply defined as a teacher's daily guide that mentions information like what to teach, how to teach, and how to measure the outcomes. In short, it is a detailed description of instruction, strategies, and activities that teachers undertake during a particular lesson. An effective lesson plan helps teachers to define an evaluative outline of activities to be followed in the class. It ensures that time is spent efficiently in learning new concepts and productive discussion. How do you create an effective lesson plan? Let's find out. The first, define your objective. First and foremost, determine the objectives of the lesson plan. The set objective can be skill-based or conceptual. For instance, not downward. Students should learn from the lesson or why the lesson is important for the students. If you are making a lesson plan for kindergarten students, improving writing skill or reading skill could be an important objective. Second point, write an overview. Draft an overview of the lesson, highlight all important learning and points of the lesson that the student will be exploring. For instructions, your overview can consist of brief objects about Mahatma Gandhi or Jawaharlal Nehru in case the lesson is about Independence Day. Naturally, an overview largely depends on the duration of the class. You may include many points in a 40-minute class. You will have to cut down on some points in a 25-minute class. 3. Make a timeline. Making a timeline will help you use time in the most efficient way. 4. Know your students. Knowing your students is the most important consideration when it comes to developing a lesson plan. 5. Incorporate different learning styles. All students are unique in their own way. They have different learning capabilities and skills. Some may understand lesson just by listening to you will. Other may need this detailed potential to get a complete understanding. Next slide. Importance and purpose of education in society. Education in society is very important as they not only secure their lives with correct decision but also deal logically, practically and prudently with the norms, policies, regulations, benefits formed by the government of or higher authorities for a better living. Education helps to determine the quality of one's life as it improves one's knowledge, skill and personality. It also helps get employment and increase the growth and development of the country. Next slide. Learning is finding out that what we already know doing is demonstrating that you know it. Teaching is reminding others that they know just as well as you. You are all learners, doers and teachers according to Richard Bach. Next slide. Competency-based language teaching. It is an application of the principle of competency-based education to language teaching. Background. Competency-based education is an educational movement which immigrated in the United States in the 1970s. This movement presents a pattern that is focused on the outputs to learning. It defines the goals and objectives to be reached in such a way that students' knowledge, skill, and behavior can be easily measured. Besides, students develop the ability to use their knowledge in real life situations. In addition, competency-based language teaching follow the ideology of CBE, and it is perceived as a powerful agent which can have a positive impact on teaching since through the implementation of the standards both teachers and students can have a clear direction of what is expected to be achieved at the end of course. Next, approach. According to the theory of language learning, CBLT is based on function and integration of language. What means that language is now taking into account the social context and the communicative need of students. On the other hand, it is also based on the behaviorist views, since it shared the principle that learners can infer language from language function. Thus, CBLT competencies designer know exactly the vocabulary and the status that can be found in different situations, and they strategically place them in the different teaching or learning units. Next, CBLT is also built around the notion of communicative competence and seek to develop functional communication skill is learners. CBLT thus set some features with communicative language teaching. Outcomes is other dimension of the process of communication and is central in CBLT. Outcomes are the starting point is program planning with the communicative language teaching. Next, the core implements of competency-based learning. Varied content, no matter what competency you are learning, your program should direct you towards or provide you with the education content you need to master it. Strong support, clear assessment, standards, student ownership. The core elements of competency-based learning. A successful competency-based education has several key elements. Competency-based degree programs are opening how opportunities for students who might otherwise lack the time or resource to earn a degree instead of rewarding a creating amount of time sitting in classes. Competency-based learning focus exclusive on the learning, regarding only that you master the competence of your degree, since you can master these competencies as whatever best works best for you. Competency-based degree programs offer much needed flexibility, but just because competency-based education is flexible does not mean it lacks for principle. Next slide. On the conclusion. Competency-based education help students develop and demonstrate mastery over a topic builds a culture of equity and inclusivity and prepares students for life beyond the walls of their school, where the system does present unique challenge for school leadership. The benefits of overcoming those challenges far outweigh the time spent doing so. Next slide. सुविचार सुविचार पढ़ने से पहले बताने से पहले एक स्टोरी में स्टार्ट करना चाहूंगी। एक क्लास उसमें बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट के नाम थे 1 2 3 4 5 10 जीरो से स्टार्ट कर। तो 9 में क्या किया, एक कोई जोरदार थप्पड़ लगाया। क्यों? एक ने कहा क्यों? तो 9 का कहना था मैं तुमसे बड़ा हूँ, मैं मार सकता हूँ। उसके बाद क्या था, क्लास में चलने लगा, दम धड़ाम जो भी बड़े थे सब एक दूसरे को देने लगे। लास्ट में बेचारा जीरो है ना, शून्य। उसने सोचा अब मैं क्या करूं, सब तो मिलकर मुझे देने लगेंगे, अब मैं कहाँ जाऊं। वो बेचारा दुख का सा किसी कोने में बैठा हुआ था। तो 1 को भी डर लग रहा था कि कहीं ना कहीं मुझे भी लगेगा ही, क्योंकि जीरो से पहले हम हैं, लेकिन इधर जो है एक नंबर उससे तुम छोटे ही है। तो उसने जीरो से कहा एक काम करो, आप मेरे बगल में बैठ जाओ। और जब 1 के बगल में जीरो बैठा तो क्या हो गया, कितने नंबर हो गए, 10। तो 10 जो बन गए किसी के सपोर्ट से, वो तो 9 से भी बड़ा हो गया, है कि नहीं। तो इससे क्या हुआ, कम्युनिकेशन की वजह से क्या हुआ कि 1 और 0 दोनों बच गए, और 2 3 4 5 जो एक दूसरे से मार खाते रह गए। तो एजुकेशन ऐसा होना चाहिए, हमें ऐसी शिक्षा चाहिए जिससे चरित्र का निर्माण हो, मन की शक्ति बढ़े, बुद्धि का विकास हो और मनुष्य अपने पैर पे खड़ा हो सके। मेरी स्टोरी जो सुनाने का मकसद था वो यही था। सो दैट्स ऑल, थैंक यू।
Thank you, Pratima ma'am, and big a huge round of applause for the Pratima madam for the wonderful session. And we today learned lots of things. Whatever the education policy follows, madam has illustrated very beautifully and wonderfully. We learn lots of things, and she has told there are some points that in competency-based education, participation of every student is must. And she also said, give support to those students who want to learn individually. Suppose some student want to learn something individually or separately, ask you questions, you have to give time and support them. Progress of class not based on time. Progress of class based on the educational talent. Whatever the talent a student gets, that is the progress. Not only we are spending the time, and when the time is reached, the academic year has finished. We have to give also the education talent. Instruction-based education is most important, she has told. Educational reflection of the student should be proper way, and the student can judge by themselves. It is very mandatory, and madam has illustrated very wonderfully in today's session. I especially thank to them. Very thankful to our principal madam, Pratima madam. Thank you very much.